Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely pumped you're here. Today, I'm going to be stepping into the role of your mentor to help you navigate one of the most critical, life-changing transitions you'll ever make. We are going to map out exactly how you can finally break free from that exhausting 9-to-5 grind and step into scalable business ownership. If you're looking to switch careers and actually build something for yourself, well, you are in the exact right place. Let's just cut right to the chase and validate that frustration you're probably feeling right now. Ask yourself, are you still getting paid just once for every hour you work? If your answer is yes, you're stuck in a completely transactional relationship with money. Trading your time for money linearly, it's a trap, and it absolutely caps your financial upside. Your input, your hours, is directly tied to your output. If you want to make more money, you literally have to work more hours. And the problem is, eventually, you just run out of time. You've probably been sold the get-rich-slow myth your whole life. We call this the slow lane. It's the conventional path, right? Get a safe job, settle for less, clip coupons, and defer your dreams of financial freedom until you're, 65? Until you're too old to actually enjoy it. But true financial independence requires jumping into the fast lane. In the fast lane, your income is totally detached from your time. It is all about exponential wealth creation. You're building assets that work for you long after you've clocked out for the day. So here is our game plan for today. We're going to cover escaping the slow lane, adopting the producer mindset, the 5 cents principles, planting money trees, the math of wealth, and finally, your actual launch schedule. We're building a step-by-step roadmap to shift your identity, evaluate your ideas, and start building your very first scalable asset. Let's get to it. Number 1, escaping the slow lane. We're breaking the time for money trap. To actually escape this slow lane, we first have to shatter this massive illusion in our modern work culture. The idea that being busy automatically equals meaningful progress. As Naval Ravikant so brilliantly puts it, a busy calendar and a busy mind will destroy your ability to do great things in this world. If you're caught in the daily grind, just running from meeting to meeting with a packed calendar, you are likely just making progress on someone else's goal. Why? Because you don't have equity in what you're creating. Constant responsibilities just suck your time away. You want to accumulate assets, not just an endless list of to-dos. You need a free mind to step back and ask yourself, do I actually own the upside in the thing I'm creating right now? Number 2, the producer mindset, going from buying shovels to selling them. The only way to stop building wealth for others and start building it for yourself is to radically shift your internal identity. You have to promote yourself. You must drop the consumer mindset, which frankly keeps employees trapped in the slow lane, simply buying whatever is put in front of them and wondering how all these brands make so much money. Instead, you've got to adopt a producer mentality. A producer looks at a product, considers where it comes from, and actively searches for gaps in the market to fulfill. You really have to cure yourself of what author MJ DeMarco calls victimitis by taking total responsibility for your actions. Stop digging for gold and start selling the shovels. Number 3, the 5 cents principles. This is the structural foundation of wealth. Okay, so once you have the right mindset, you need a framework to evaluate what kind of business you should actually build. You can't just build anything and hope it works. This is where the sense strategy comes in. These 5 pillars are basically the non-negotiable rules for your new venture. First, control. You must absolutely own the process, your product, and your distribution. Second, entry. You want high barriers to entry to protect yourself from overcrowded, noisy markets. Third, need. Your business actually has to solve a real problem. Fourth, time. Your system must generate passive income, totally detaching your time from your earnings. And fifth, scale. Your business needs the potential to impact millions, not just a tiny local market. Now, before you start brainstorming your billion-dollar ideas, write this down. The biggest risk you can take, actually, it's the biggest mistake I see career switchers make all the time, is building a business based purely on personal passion instead of a real market need. You don't need to chase money to be rich. You need to answer one simple question. Whose problem am I solving? Seriously, if you solve a real painful frustration for people, the money's going to chase you. Number 4, planting money trees, creating systems that survive your absence. If you successfully follow that sense framework we just talked about, you're going to end up building what's known as a money tree. This is a business system that essentially acts as a surrogate operative for your time. And there are 5 specific seedlings you can plant right now. First up, rental systems. Think real estate, licenses, or patents that yield recurring monthly payouts. Second, computer systems. This is your software or internet businesses. Third, content systems, like authoring books or building blogs that scale information. Fourth, distribution systems, like franchising. Think of a Starbucks or McDonald's. And finally, human resources, which means creating systems run by employees. Just think about how a software system scales differently than a traditional service business. Human resources in a traditional model, they can be incredibly expensive and require constant pruning. Managing people is just tough, but a computer or software system, it acts as the absolute perfect operative.
Code and internet systems work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They never complain about working conditions, and they certainly don't ask for a raise. They offer you uncapped upside while you are literally sound asleep.
Number 5, the math of wealth, how we scale your impact.
Let's elevate this whole lesson by looking at the hard mathematics behind scaling your new money tree. Because wealth isn't an event. It's a mathematical formula. The golden rule of the Fastlane is beautifully simple. It's called the Law of Effection. Basically, if you want to make millions of dollars, you must impact millions of people. A rapper sells millions of songs and makes millions. A creator sells 1 million software subscriptions and makes millions. Your wealth is tied directly to your scale and your magnitude.
But how do you confidently choose which idea to scale? When you have an idea that might impact millions, you run it through a weighted average decision matrix, or WADM. I know it sounds a bit technical, but it's really just a tool to impartially evaluate your choices based on long-term consequences and risks. You just list your options, you weigh the factors that matter most to you, and you let the math tell you the most logical path forward. It completely removes the emotion from your business planning.
Number 6, your launch schedule, getting boots on the ground.
Okay, we've covered the theory, the mindset, and the math. Now it's time for an immediate action plan. Boots on the ground stuff that you can start executing today, even while you're still employed in the slow lane. Step 1, starting right now, train your mind to notice what people hate. Actively listen to complaints. Step 2, look for the unmet needs and inefficient processes hidden inside those complaints. Step 3, develop a unique selling proposition, your USP. This is your brand anchor. What makes your solution different and better than the rest? And remember, you don't always need a brand new idea. You just need to execute an existing idea better than anyone else. To get this done, you need to adopt a few daily habits. First, transform your commute into a driving university. Listen to audiobooks and financial news instead of just blasting music. Next, use your evenings to develop your ideas, using that weighted average decision matrix we talked about. And finally, dedicate your weekends to actually building the asset. You have to convert that wasted time into real opportunities for learning and growth.
Which brings us to our final and honestly most important point. You've got to stop letting the paralyzing excuse of someday hold you back. You know what I mean? Someday I'll start a business. Someday I'll have time. Someday is dangerous. Someday is right now. You have the blueprint, you know the sense principles, and you understand the math of wealth. So the only question left for you as you step out of the slow lane is this: what will your first money tree be? Start planting today.